Like a Hellcat.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for.
Hello.
How are we all?
Hello.
Hopefully everyone can hear us on stream.
Yep, we're here.
We're here.
Well, I'm here anyway.
We made it. So
yeah, we finally got everything sorted.
it took a long time, and the settings, because I haven't streamed for so long. Generally, guys, we have Mayhem doing the broadcast, but today I've decided to buy a new monitor and actually get up my ass, and I'm able to broadcast as well. So yeah, pretty much as you guys can see, I'm joined by the Knights roster guys. So we have Cody. Like, just you can say hello if you want or not.
Yeah, how's it going? No, it's all right. Yeah. How's it going, guys? Cody, or Code 936. I am the support player for the team. I was approached by Razy a couple of years ago, and I've been on and off playing for MCOM, and what we're doing at the moment in Knights seems to be doing pretty well in regards to our current lineup.
There you go, guys. And the next person I'm going to introduce is probably Mesaana. So, Mesaana.
Hi, I'm Mesaana. I am a substitute for Knights. I played ADC in the first game, jungle in the second game, but I'm actually a mid laner.
He's the jack of all trades, man.
Jack of all trades. And
he's popping off as well in games.
yeah, and I don't know, Razy asked me to be a sub for the team. I met him through a random Discord that he got added to where I play with my friends and some other people. And yeah, that's how I'm here.
Yeah, Mesaana is quite a beast. But I'll introduce the last member that's going to be in the podcast today or tonight, and it is Sharkky.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I'm obviously Sharkky. I'm the mid laner. Basically, I met Razy about 3 or 4 years ago. You probably heard this on the last interview. But yeah, he asked in a retirement chat, looking for more players, so I've come out of retirement to play for the Knights, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. But yeah, so the chat's kind of going off. Everyone's saying that your Kasum's a beast. But yeah, is the audio better now for everyone? I feel like.
Oh, you sound alright on my end.
Okay, because I know that Twitch chat was saying that I was a little bit quiet. Racy sounds quiet. Okay, how about this? Is that a little bit better? Hello, gamer. Oh yeah, you're quiet.
Everyone's like, you quiet.
I'm quiet. Yeah. Hey, look. It is.
Is it just Razy?
You're just gonna have to speak into the microphone a bit more, mate.
I think that's probably gonna have to be the case, guys.
Yeah.
Ramen went. Ramen forever, dude. I love ramen. But anyways, so like I said, guys, I'm here with the Knights guys, and we're just gonna go over a few questions. So Cody has already spoken about how he ended up here, but so we can pretty much skip like the introduction aspect. We're probably gonna go towards comparing the current Knights roster to the other Knights roster, I reckon. Or we can even get, there we go. So can you guys see that? Is there,
What are we? Oh, yep, there we go.
so
Yeah.
I've got the tier list, guys. I know most people wanted to see the tier list, but yeah, so the previous Knights roster I think was actually, top was like Bardella, I think. I'm not sure if people remember, but it was like Bardella, Surge, and then TC Warraiser.
Warzor or something?
Warzor, yeah, I think it was Warzor. And then the AD carry was actually Worgen IRL.
Worgen.
Yeah, and the support was Papillon. I think that was the roster. So now you compare it with these guys. I mean, I feel like it's kind of one-sided now. Like you look at the current roster. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, right? I've seen Serg, Warzor, Worgen play. I don't think I've seen Papillon or Bardella. We played a lot with Serg. Well, at least I did for a while. Before he stepped out for a bit. I think he was a great guy. I did think his champ pool in jungle was quite niche and very small, which did make building team comps quite hard. I know Warzor and Serg play around with each other quite well, so obviously them two in the same team would work well for them. I've also played with Worgen. He's a sick cunt.
Mad dog.
Yeah, he's a mad dog, man. He's pretty cool. He's also a really great ADC. And yeah, honestly, I can't say anything about Papillon because I haven't played with them or against them or seen anything on how they play. I will say Kelsey has very much proven already. He's probably in the chat even right now watching. He's proven already just in the last couple of weeks since we've been playing these matchups on Sundays. that he can hold top lane and be a bit of a star, get these solo bolo kills. And sure, he's got a bit of a fan base around him already. We've had Stevens and Mesaana fill for us while our main jungler Tezza is away at the moment. But Mesaana's like I said earlier, he's popping off in games. He's doing a lot. He's pulling a lot of work considering
his off roll.
yeah, considering he does not play jungle that well. Well, not that well, but he doesn't play it that often, and he is like he's popping off, man. Sharkky, he and I can't seem to figure out when we've played together, but we've played in the past. I'm sure I've probably got one or two YouTube uploads somewhere with him, with his name on one of my highlights I've had somewhere. But yeah, I've played with him before, and he's a really good mid laner, really solid. He has really great comms. Blue Liquor, he's my boy. I haven't actually had any issues really, which is quite interesting. With ADCs in MCOM. I think the last couple that I've played with, Iredial, Blue, even Worgen, for a short while, all of them have been really sweet guys, and I think for the most part we've gotten along really great. Blue Liquor really complements my playstyle, and I think that helps bot lane really well, at least for me.
Yeah.
I
feel like the teams.
Who do I prefer?
Yeah, so Jason's just asking, who do you prefer, Worgen or Iredial?
Okay, so I think that's a little biased because I played a lot longer with Iredial. I think Iredial has that, you know, I'm ready to go in whenever you are. Let's fucking go. Balls to the wall kind of gameplay, and considering I enjoy playing heavy engaged supports, frontline tanks and stuff that wants to jump in, I'm all about that life, man.
That's really, really good insight. I do have more of a question for the team though, like for you guys, right? Like Sharkky's had pop-off games, and at the same time Mesaana's had pop-off games. Now, like, I just want to know who in the team is the primary shot caller, like going from early game to like mid game transition. Like, is there like a particular voice? Is it you, Cody? Is it you, Sharkky? Or is it you, Mesaana?
I can tell you it's not me, because when I've been jungling, I have been using 100% of my brain to clear the jungle. So, definitely not me.
I do think it's a bit of a mix between me and Sharkky at the moment, because he's very vocal at being able to tell us and let us know when he's able to rotate. And obviously, if Mesaana is just focusing on his jungling, if I'm able to rotate, get a kill mid, rotate, get some wards around dragon, I can help Mesaana jungle, get those objectives, or we get a kill mid, we can rotate up to the herald. But, you know, during team fights and stuff, or after team fights, if we want to go towards an objective, it's usually like a team decision. Just, you know, can we do this? Yep. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I definitely agree, but I feel like I definitely heard a bit more of Blue's voice in the last game. He's more of a disengager of things, if anything.
Yes. Yeah. He's, I think Blue's very much the voice of reason, isn't he?
Yeah, I was when I'm 16 and 5 on Cass. I definitely wanted to go in, but there was a lot of his voice telling me to run away. But
yes. Yeah, he I think he knows when to I guess just play a bit more passively, and he knows when we should and shouldn't fight. Yeah, he's definitely there as well.
So, did you guys actually, you know, think that with the big fuck around initially with Knights, how your starter jungler Tezza went to Hong Kong, and then Extronaut, your starter top laner, he went to Philippines, mate. Yeah, and Blue Liquor had to move houses. So I think there was like 3 weeks or 4 weeks where the team was just like, it was. I think at one point you guys called it MCOM Field.
Yeah.
I think, so.
Yeah. I was making jokes calling it MCOM Phil because I think a couple of weeks ago, we ended up playing a scrim game. I think where I was like the only actual roster member on nights, and I'm like, I was like, this is scuffed, man. Like, what are we doing? You
Did
know?
you guys think you'd ever like be on top of the ladder at the moment? Because I think you guys are the only team with 2 wins. And,
Oh, we've
nil
won
loss.
every game together so far. We played a scrim against Massive.
How was that?
Massive. Oh,
I got
man.
dumpstered.
It was a clean sweep. We were assuming it was either a best of 3 or a just solid 3 games,
Yeah,
and
three
they
block.
did not. Yeah, they did not respond after the second loss.
Ooh, wow.
So we obviously made our mark there. The games that day felt really good. I think that's something that's really important to point out is like the guys together. I think we've got such good just a good feeling towards each other. Kelsey is so optimistic and he's always like, "Yeah, come on, man." You know, he's like, you know, you can keep doing better. You know, you've got this. And you know, the guys all together just seem to be getting along really well, which makes comms and just chatting about when we're doing things like drafts really easy. Yeah,
And
the chemistry's insane.
that's really good to hear. And who normally drafts? Like, you guys have Coach Armour, right? I
Yes.
think,
Yeah, Armor's been helping out a lot with the draft.
That's really good. I think all
Which has been really
rosters,
good,
yeah, all the rosters have a coach now, I'm pretty sure. So, Scam, or my mate Todd, former OCS champion, is coaching the cavalry after last Sunday's loss. So I think hopefully that should elevate that roster. And Nuts is Coach Arma, and then Matthew is coaching Jade Dragons, and Beats is coaching Starcasters. So all the rosters are pretty set with support staff. Everyone's like pretty much booking their scrims. The teams are going. Obviously, these are still trials, but I think from my perspective, speaking with Cody and Coach Arma, I think they're pretty happy and set with the plays that they have in Knights. I think, top of my head. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know some of the other teams are still cutting players here and there until like obviously split 1 starts, which is in 2 weeks, and then best of 3s on Sundays will start happening.
So the major issue we were having, at least like the very newest one, was the fact that we did have Exonaut meant to be playing top because like you said, he was a bit indisposed and he went overseas for a little while as well. Um, current blood diamond issue happening in South Africa.
I have no thoughts on politics. I have never had a political thought in my life.
One of my favorite movies by Leonardo DiCaprio. to be
Hello,
honest.
are we back?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Is the stream alright?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds like we got things working again.
Oh my god, dude, I got ganked by Telstra, dude. What the hell? Yo,
Yeah. Someone turn the music off.
yeah, I got ganked by Telstra, guys. What the hell?
Where was I? Yeah, no. So, EXO pretty much gave myself and Armour the all clear to have Kelsey.
That's the starter.
At least, be the starter if we were happy with him. But you know, I wanted to give him the option as well to obviously be our sub top or continue playing with the team because they both have very different play styles and they're both very good top laners in their own right, and they both offer different things to the team that I think is important. And if there is the option to swap players around in best of 3 matches, I think that would really work in our favor having EXO there with us.
Yeah, there will be room for like substitution, so that's pretty good. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said again, I got ganked by Telstra. It is what it is. You know, got to pay your bills. It's jungle gap. Play safe mid, by the way. Hey. But yeah, so that's really good to hear. You like there is opportunities as well for like obviously top lane for other teams, and then mid lane as well. Spots open potentially. I heard rumors that like someone may or may not be leaving a roster.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so there could be like maybe a potential spot for Mesaana if he wants to take the mid lane starter. But like I said, that's just like noise in the wind at the moment. Yeah, I don't want to like leak anything, but yeah, it is what it is. Until like it's confirmed and like the coaches and the managers will be like, okay, this player is like heavily underperforming, he has 0 impact, and he doesn't want to climb, he doesn't want to learn, so we're gonna cut him. And yeah, so that's pretty good. I mean, like that's what you want, right? Going into split 1, because then during split 1 as well, our players will be playing against other orgs in actual tournaments. Hopefully there will be like plat tournaments by then. And not only will our players be in MCOM TV, but also in other organizations, Twitch broadcasts as well. That's pretty good.
I'm definitely looking forward to best of 3 matches in particular. I think best of 1s can be very swingy, and they don't necessarily show a team's full strength. Though obviously, you know, I think Knights are putting in their work and the players are showing up to play because, like you said earlier, we're the only team currently that is undefeated.
Yeah, that's right. I just had a question for Mesaana, right? Because I know that I personally have played Flex with you, and I rate you very, very highly. Like, we're playing in Master GM lobbies, and you're just wrecking these guys. So I was always wondering, like, damn, why is this guy plat? You know, like, you're actually so good. Is that...
do not play solo queue.
Okay.
But I would like to play more solo queue.
Yeah, of course.
The problem is that it takes a lot of effort to actually play well.
Has it, like, given, you know, has it really fired you up in regards to, you know, seeing competitive here, and you're playing a lot of scrims and you're playing a lot of flex, hopefully flex with the team? Has that kind of ignited a bit of fire for you to grind your solo queue? Or
yeah, I would like to think so, but we will see if that actually happens.
yeah. Yeah. And how are you finding, because you've never had competitive experience before, i.e. like, you know, comp setting where you have a coach, a support staff, and how have you found that? Because out of these two guys here, they've had previous competitive experience. How are you like faring? How do you like it, knowing that you just have to rock up and essentially play the game? You know, like
yeah, it's pretty cool. Armour's been helping out with all of the drafts and giving us tips and watching our games, which has been super helpful.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really cool experience. happy that stuff like this is still going on in OC even after
OPL, OCS, yeah,
OPL has had issues.
of
Yeah.
course. Can't do anything about that, unfortunately. We are just poddling along.
I think the amount of work they've put towards more Clash events has actually been quite good, though.
Yeah, I
think,
really
like,
enjoy Clash.
the first year they had it, I think we only had 1 or 2 events, and then they like really rapidly picked up every couple of months, which was really sick. And then they even did the ARAM one recently.
The World's ARAM, right? That was pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool. But yeah, I do think any way that you can get let's say like semi professional players, or like just full-time players, or casual players that want to play in a professional setting, things like MCOM and things like Clash will definitely give them that kind of feel like they are
In a pro setting.
yeah, well, just not having to grind through solo queue and feel like, their personal skill are dictated by whether or not you get a shit team comp or griefers,
Yeah, of course.
being able to sit down with 5 players that really, or 4 other players that really want to play and improve in the game, even if it's in low elo, I think is really important.
All right. Now with that, I think we've done enough shit talking. So, do you guys want to do more shit talking by doing the tier list with me? So I think it's gonna.
I'm keen on saying a couple of things.
Okay. Let's do the tier list. So everyone's got a doc. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to start your color coding. I feel like a kid again.
Sharkky, why don't you go first? I'd like to hear what you think about
Yeah,
the
Sharkky.
mid-laners and stuff.
You
Oh, God.
rate the mid laners.
Yeah.
Well, for a start, I was really looking forward to versing Aerodynamic last night, and then I didn't realize he wasn't playing, and I was a bit upset.
Oh.
I rate every single one of the mid laners at least A tier. Maybe Kasumi could be B tier because I've seen him pop up. I've also seen him into a wee bit.
Yeah, I think he had a pop-off game on stream, I think, right? Where he was playing
Yeah,
Vlad.
yeah, pop off stream, but yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I think, yeah. But I saw him, I think it was a scrim I might have watched him play, and he had one good game and then one average game, and then last night he just had a tough lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly who filled him for Aerodynamic. It was
It was Envy. Envy actually had a few things to say about you. Like, he said that he rated you quite highly because you are a safe mid laner with a similar playstyle to him. And like, you don't often give, like deaths, like needless deaths in the mid lane. Like, you always survive. So that's what he was saying.
The funny thing is though, he drafted Malzahar, and Malzahar was our draft, which was quite. We found
Really?
that quite.
Yeah,
we
were
planned
looking
on
at it.
drafting Malz.
Would you guys believe
So-
me if I told you that Envy used to be like self-proclaimed the greatest Malzahar in OCE?
I was ranked 3 Malzahar OCE last year.
He's cool.
So-
He's cool. Nah.
Yeah.
Envy's chill.
So-
Envy's chill. Yeah, so you're quite disappointed that Arrow couldn't make it. Yeah, he had he got
yeah.
ganked by Telstra as well. So yeah.
Oh yeah. I thought it was I thought it was gonna be a real tough matchup, to be fair.
What do you reckon he
But
would have
yeah.
brought out? Because do you remember from like previous years when he was
Yeah,
part of
no.
yeah, he was a AD.
No, yeah, I versed him. Yeah, no, I versed him quite a few times. Yeah, I couldn't remember what lane he played, but I remember he was quite a good player. But,
Yeah. He used to play like
Yeah.
Yasuo Aurelia, I think. Like a
yeah,
lot of
AD.
yeah,
Yeah,
AD. But now
Well-
he's been playing Silas on stream, so I'm like, what?
Well,
going
that's
on?
the thing. Most of these mid laners mainly play AD champs, which is the complete opposite of me. I'm mainly like a control mage sort of AP player.
Yeah, I think Easy Life plays is like a Lissandra ATP, but he's expanding his champ
Yeah.
pool rapidly to improve, which is really
Yeah.
really good to see.
Like his Zeb was pretty clean.
Oh,
Man.
indeed, yeah. He got really fed in that last game.
Did you guys see how one-sided Starcasters like dominated Jade Dragons on the weekend?
I was surprised. I really thought Jade would have the upper hand in that game. So
Yeah. Well, Blazem had his Echo OTP, and then he still had 0 impact. It was crazy. I was like, whoa. Like, I don't know, man.
I think they're getting a little griefed by Amogus, to be honest. He seems to be one of those personalities, like people like watching him for his antics, but I don't know if he's actually putting in the work to do those sorts of things. That Warwick game did not seem like it was the right pick or what they needed in the top lane.
Yeah, I feel like he's got very unorthodox picks, but you know, he reminds me similar to MS Smoke. I think MS Smoke was a similar kind of player. He would play set full lethality and he would play Warwick top. It was just some, like, I don't know, off meta picks. And it worked out. I mean, he was like stomping GM players, which is really good, but yeah, if it works, you can't change him, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're always going to have, every individual player will have their own playstyle. His is obviously more gravitating towards, I think, his own kind of fun. So
yeah, as long as you're having fun.
If he wins on that, then you know, you do you, you know.
Yeah, exactly. As Radio was saying on Twitch chat, MS Smoke was an animal. He'd be diving under a T2 tower while T1 was up with 30 CS at 10 minutes. But 7 kills, 0 deaths. Yeah, he was kind of special, I think. All right, let's do the tier list. I think.
Want me to keep going or someone else?
No. Yeah, we can talk. We can talk
go
while
through top lanes and stuff. Yeah.
we can talk
I
while we
think-
do the tier list.
I think Doc in that last game that we played against Cavalry, I really enjoyed playing that game, to be honest. I think that game was super fun, really stressful in its own way. Doc was like just this backline threat. Like he just jumped on Twitch constantly. I said to the guys in one fight towards the end, I ended up using Leona Q on him like 3 times just in that one fight as he's chasing down Twitch. The man knew what he had to do to try and win that game, and he was an absolute monster on Fiora.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Easily A tier.
Yeah, he did work on the casting as well. Like he was the only threat to me. He was the only one that could actually kill me, to be fair.
I feel
he
like
did put in some
Among
work.
Us, for me, he's like going down.
Yes. Yeah, I'd probably put him at C tier as well.
But notice though, like they kind of like Korean Weeb and Among Us, they have kind of like a unique playstyle. Like Korean Weeb will play weak side and just try to survive.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like they should play strong side, to be fair. For Korean Weeb, I don't know
Spot
why he
side.
wants to play weak. Yeah, bot side should play weak. I feel like, and
Well,
just
Well, that's the thing. Irradial's an absolute monster of an ADC. He can be very feast or famine. So I think much like Uzi, if you can get Irradial ahead, he will like 1v9 the game.
Yeah, Radio's had a lot of very high CS numbers lately, but I do
High
think
CS numbers. He's a monster with kills.
yeah.
I think if they know that their win con is bot lane, or if they know it's Irradial is their win con, they will probably keep Korean Weavers their weak side. Which is, you know, I guess unlucky for him, especially if he is a strong top laner. But
I feel like Seeker as well played really well on Sunday. So-
yeah, Seeker hit some solid Mumu Qs. I did watch most of the game. I did feel bad for Blazem. I don't know if it was a draft diff or something, but we had a really early scrim with that. That was the MCOM Phil squad, I think, that we versed Starcasters. And I can't remember if it was Tempest that was playing, but they played Zac in that game, and they played Zac in this one against J Dragons, and I don't think it should be a pick that they get. He's either too good at the champ, or they just know how to use Zac really well. There are definitely counters for it, but I'm surprised I got through the pick and ban phase.
Are you gonna do your tier list as well, by the way, Cody? Yeah, you gotta do as we get through.
I'm putting in the impressions that I have.
Yeah.
I mean, I have
Yeah,
not. I have not spent
yeah.
very long.
Yeah, I haven't seen everyone of them play.
That's fine. You can leave them as question mark here, because obviously you don't want to judge someone if you've never played
Yeah.
against them.
Oh yeah, I've never played against them, just based on what I've seen or
Yeah.
just
Tempest literally said his first scrim was yesterday.
yeah.
I think this.
That's pretty good if
Right.
Tempest had his first scrim yesterday. Play alright on a stage game.
Yeah, I can't remember what lays him.
He was playing Echo, but he got ahead, but he couldn't really push the lead. He couldn't kill the Zaya. It's just, I think it was kind of a draft gap, but the way the players played it was terrible. So you can't really blame the coach for it completely. And I know that Coach Matt had some issues with internet as well. I'm not sure why everyone's just getting ganked by Telstra, but yeah, it is what it is.
What do we
Yeah.
want? This one. Definitely. Oh god, what is that color? It's like a third row down. A bit
Yeah,
dark.
it's quite hard to find all the colours, eh?
Yeah. No, it's alright.
Where's the yellows at?
Where's the yellows at? Dollop. I don't. What else does Dollop play other than Sedge? Because I felt like when we played against him, Sedge didn't feel all that impactful. There was one really big pick that they almost got on
Udia. He's an
Sharkky.
Udia.
Yeah, is
Yeah,
it
he's an
Udio?
Udia player. And we
Udio
banned it
ATP.
out. Yeah, we banned it out. But yeah, they first picked Sejuani. I'm not sure if that was the... I'm not sure why it was such a priority, but...
We want like
I love Mesaana's tier list. He's like done fuck all because what, he's just deleted Among Us fan.
No,
Okay.
I pushed to talk and it deleted the.
Don't stress. Apparently, Tempest was a monster. So,
yeah, Tempest was pretty strong. He was quite good.
like, Tempest is pretty good.
Latte.
I-
Very similar tier lists.
Wait, oh shit. We want purple for easy life.
So,
So here's the thing though, I felt like from who we have played against so far, I think Doc was very good and Mickey was very good, but I haven't been like scared of versing any of the players yet.
also, what's happening with Stephens? Because according to me, right, like from my perspective, he's probably like the weakest player outside Zark, who obviously is the part of the organization. You guys have like 2 jungle subs now, so what's gonna happen? And I know that the starter's coming back, so
I don't think, I am not even sure what the deal is with Stephens, to be quite honest. I believe he was brought in by Armour to help fill in for that 1 week,
yeah.
or for that one particular game. I don't think he's played with any of us since, so I don't believe he's going to be in the final lineup at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's still 2 weeks to go, so you can always decide.
We can always see how things go.
Yeah.
The guys definitely, we need to get some chill flex games in together as well.
Yeah.
We've been doing really well in our just regular warm up. Like, we'll play a couple of games before our exhibition matches, but other than that, we've been pretty much just grinding solo queue or playing by ourselves.
That's really good.
Yeah, so getting some extra time in together would be quite good.
I see a lot of people saying like Tempest should be AT, but for me personally, I just like, I want to see him on a carry. You know, like he played Zac, and it's a champion that you don't really need hands. So, like, dude, anyone can play Zac and do okay or look good. So, I think,
Yeah.
I definitely think that he should play carry jungle. Like maybe pull out his Elise. I know that his Elise was banned the last stage game, but I think, yeah, if I can see his Elise and see how he navigates around the map, like he could potentially be like Jetman 2.0.
I think the tier list is quite interesting in the fact that, you know, obviously this will change as time goes on. These are all very much first impressions.
Yeah, well, the best of threes haven't started, so that's really
Oh
what's
yeah,
gonna,
Yeah.
gonna show
I can't
whether
wait for
people
the best of
break.
threes, man.
Yeah, it's gonna make people or break people. There's gonna be a lot of like butthurt people that comes in. But I honestly like. I think in my eyes at the moment, I think Sharkky with the way he's playing, he's probably the only ST, like probably A plus in my opinion. I don't really want to put any more STs up since like the beginning because I'm quite disappointed. But yeah, I think Sharkky for sure is probably the overperformer. Like initially, I put him as a CT or a BT player. So Tempest says he will try busting something out next week. Maybe I'm pretty keen to see that for maybe the last trial stage game on the Sunday. That'd be pretty good. And then once the best of threes come in, then hopefully we can see him pull out something even better.
I'm gonna fill in Aero as your grey because I have not versed him. I haven't seen anything on him.
Yeah.
Same with
Yeah.
Stephens. He played Nocturne and Amumu, and he wasn't great with his shot calling. So
Yeah.
well, not shot calling, but just, you know, oh hey, I'm gonna do this and rotate on here. It did make it very hard to understand what he wanted to do in the game.
Yeah, I mean,
Golden features. He had a big pop-off game on that Blitz, right?
yeah, he popped off 1v9 the game.
I'm just trying to think about. He played that Rakan fairly well as well. I think he's at least A tier.
I'm actually curious, Mesaana's tier list, why he put Soy as the only CT player, and there's no other CT. Do you just feel like he hasn't had impact? Like I feel like Soy's kind of disappointed me a little bit. I thought he was like a B, A plus, like maybe a B plus, low A T player, but then I don't know, man. I feel like
he did forget his items in one game, didn't he?
Man, get him off fucking Janna, guys. Like, get him off Janna.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of seeing this shit. If you're gonna play Janna, play fucking Swifties Janna and run top and help your top laner. Play for your top lane. But like, if you're gonna play Janna and stay in lane, I just don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's not that fun. Like, I see this Janna pick and I just see it as like zero impact. But sorry about that, Mesaana. You go. My bad. What are your thoughts? Why?
So, like,
Why?
I played ADC in the first game against Jade Dragons.
Yes.
Against Worgen and Soy.
Yeah.
And I feel like I felt like I could just like do nothing in the lane and it was fine. I didn't really feel like I was under any threat from the Nautilus. And I also didn't feel like the Kai'Sa was like that much of a scaling problem, even though the champion should be like scaring me.
Yeah.
Like, I just.
What was the matchup? Was that
never
Lucian?
felt-
Lucian
yeah,
Braum,
it
was it?
Lucian. Yeah, Lucian
Yes,
Braum
yeah.
against Kai'Sa Nort.
Okay, so
But I never felt like I was under any real threat the
So-
whole game from either of them. So,
yeah. So out of all the like, okay, so this is for everyone, right? Out of the bot laners that you've played against, the 3 bot laners, 3 teams, who is by far the scariest bot lane to play against, or like that applies the most pressure?
No, for me, I think Cavalry was pretty good. We still have to verse Iredial and Seeker next week, and hopefully, like, and it's going to be a proper matchup where we actually have our, at least the majority of our team comp or our lineup that we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mesa said, for Worgen and Soy, Tezza said watching the game back, Blue and I seemed a bit disjointed, but even then, I didn't really feel like Warg did much in that game to pressure us. I think we were very stressed about Kasumi's talent, but the second we picked off talent on the game, just seemed like easy clap.
Yeah, I feel like Kasumi gets caught out often, but it's also like when people say play safe mid, and there's like a jungler on the top side and a freaking support down the bot side, like, how do you play safe there, man? You tell me.
Yeah.
You play a control mage and you just farm.
Just farm.
You play Syndra and you knock everyone away.
He's played melee
Yeah, man.
champs the entire time,
Long
I think, right?
distance.
Oh no, he's played 2 games of Akshan and they haven't been successful.
Yeah, but
So-
I had a
Yeah.
look, because Akshan's very good in solo queue, but I just feel like it might not be the pick for the
Comp.
competitive environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually even I can't remember what I was watching the other day, but it was some streamer or caster or something that mentioned that the original creator of Akshan didn't want him to be built for competitive play. So I don't know how that translates down to, you know, lower elo, of course.
Is there any more
but-
champions under that category? Because I feel like there should be a lot of champions.
There was, I think it was Set as well. Set wasn't really wanted to be seen in competitive.
But he's like
Those,
common.
like, yeah,
He's
Broken.
huge.
Set's had
Broken
a bit of an
top
impact,
laner.
hasn't he? Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah. Oh, support, top, mid, 3 lanes.
Mid, jungle, even AD.
Yeah.
If you have a center
Oh, man.
support, yeah, a champion is definitely, going the wrong way of its intention. This is what I think.
I do think, I do agree though. I do think Akshan does seem a bit out of place in a proper 5v5 setting though.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it can be okay, but I don't think the matchup with Zed is very good.
no, definitely not.
If you're
It's an
playing,
assassin to an
control
AD.
mage,
Well,
Oh
it's
god.
pretty rough to play like Victor
Well-
Oriana into an Akshan.
Yeah, well, I think the idea is this is competitive, it's not solo queue, so if you play one champ real good, you either get banned out or they'll just make a counter pick for you. So,
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually curious what. Well, actually, Kasumi's main champion is actually Akshan. I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
And
It is,
Blazon's
yes, like-
main champ is Echo. So they had 2 OTPs on their main champs and they got crushed like 20-4.
Yeah.
On
He's got an
their session.
83% win rate on 24 games with a 3.5 KDA in Plat 3.
Yeah,
That's
On that-
that's good. That's good.
that's really
numbers,
good
man.
in solo queue, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is unfortunately competitive. So
Yeah. I think obviously it's gonna matter, at least for bot lane, it's gonna matter very heavily on flexibility. Varus in particular has been really popular. Has he been buffed recently that's made him just kind of a standout star, or is it just the meta that is kind of
no, not
Fucking
really.
around.
He's supposed to be like
He's
an
just got a lot of
answer.
utility.
Yeah, it's
He's
supposed to be an
got a lot of
answer to
utility,
Caitlyn.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
Varus has always been okay to play. But like what I've seen in LPL and like other pro regions, it's always been like Caitlyn, Zeri, Lucianami, or Varus. Or,
Yeah.
It's like those four ADs. And
So it's
perma
something-
rotating.
something I've noticed as well, which is absolutely insane. You've got several supports playing. You've got Callista. Carrier played Callista at some point with Draven, which was absolutely crazy. I don't even know why they picked that. Azir support to match Heim. We've had Jin answer Heim as well.
Yeah, a lot of long range to help with the
yeah.
pushing. Double AD.
Yeah. Ash and Jin have been flex. I've seen them being flex picked around each other a lot in pro gameplay. And so I think also Carrier had locked in Caitlyn's support, which is insane as well. So obviously, it's all at least bot lane. It seems to be all about getting that range and that push, getting that lane control, so that your jungler can get those early drakes and crabs. But I thought it was very interesting for a double AD kind of meta in bot lane.
Yeah, it's Cassante top lane and just standard ADs. I don't know about the jungle because it's like Graves, Poppy, Vi, Hecarim for solo queue as well.
Sharkky had words about Vi, didn't you?
Oh, I reckon she's absolutely busted. Like, just very strong all around. Can one-shot you, can chase you down. Not very fun to play against, but if I was a jungle main, I'd be playing Vi.
Yeah, you did play Vi a few times back in
Yeah. No, she...
season
yeah.
12, something like that. I can't really remember.
Yeah, she was my jungle plick, but yeah, I feel like she's very strong right now for some reason.
She's being played quite a lot. I think it's because of the zero pick. It's like come online, so there's like you need something to like really stick on to the zero, otherwise. Yeah, it's literally a Vi, Sejuani, Maokai. Maokai is like the most broken S+ tier jungler, I reckon.
Well, yeah, I also think the Black Cleaver on the Vi is also quite disgusting since the buffs.
Yeah.
Her Q's on like a 4-second cooldown. Like, I was playing Ari today and I couldn't even run away. Like, it was bullshit.
So is everyone happy with the tier list? What does Twitch chat think needs to be changed in regards to the tier list? Is there any changes that should be done? Any gamers?
Any gamers?
Any gamers? I feel like, you know what? I feel like Sharkky... A+, I think. A+, not S. What was that, Mesaana? What was your question?
I have quite a few questions. That's okay.
A few questions? Yeah, you do. Tezza?
Yeah, Starcasters.
Question. Tezza. Starcasters. A lot of questions there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Played Starcasters.
Not yet. So are you... Who's playing next week? Are you going to be playing, or is Tezza back from part 1?
No clue.
What's the go there, Cody?
I don't think he is.
So here's the thing, right? I believe the first time Tezza had actually told me about his journey, it was only about 4 or 5 weeks. So that's transitioned to like 8 or 9 now.
Man,
he went from Hong Kong to, oh hey, when are you coming back? And he's like, I don't know, man, I'm in Japan right now. Like,
he's just travelled.
Right. Yeah, he's doing a whole gap year sort of thing, and I'm just like, I need my jungler. Like, what the hell, man?
This bloke is just travelling the world. Meanwhile, you guys are going through your split.
Yeah, man.
That's actually crazy. Yeah.
Well, he's saying he's back in a week, so I guess Mesaana's going to be filling in for us a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an issue though. He's done his job. He's doing really well for us.
Yeah, 100%. I think you guys will be perfectly fine going into the game against Starcasters, right? I think you guys are well, Matt. Dude, you guys are like overperforming in my opinion. I feel like it just.
If Mesaana was on a team and he was in the mid lane right now, I'd put him S-Tier. We'd say that.
I think so too.
I'd put him S-Tier.
But you guys might end up playing him in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, no, he's already been done for me in 1v1, so.
I will say that with this setup, I actually love it. Being able to set up a tournament of sorts where people who have played with each other and known each other for quite some time now, you've got this type of rivalry coming on. Like, I'm going to enjoy playing against Iradial any day of the week.
Yeah.
I enjoy playing with him. It's going to be fun playing against him.
That was a problem, by the way.
Especially in the best of threes.
Everyone thought that they could just come in and like trial for the org as 5. It's like it doesn't work like that because we're trying to create like sort of a rivalry, so that way you guys help push each other get to Diamond, and then from then you guys can all trial into the academy team and then gradually go towards GM, Challenger, wherever you guys need to go. But like I said, there's 20 people, probably 2 or 3 of you guys are going to reach GM in 3 years time, and everyone else might get stuck in Masters or might even just stay in Plat. But at least like you have people to bounce information from, and you join the MCOM Discord and it's like there's 1,000 people in there. And just vibe, talk. And I heard rumors yesterday that there was a lot of fighting. A lot
of fighting?
Yeah, so
Mesaana and Among Us were going at it for a couple hours.
Couple of hours? Mesaana.
Just over the wall pick.
Wait, so who? Among Us and Korean Weed fighting in Discord for 2 hours?
About the Warwick pick?
A big
it was
fight.
Quite something to witness.
Oh man, was it like violent?
Was it like actually serious, or were they just debating?
I think the words were harsh enough that I would say so.
Damn, violent as wow.
Lots of people got muted.
Crazy.
They were serious apparently.
Yeah.
So
Wait, We're ripping off the band-aid. Here's the drama.
2 hours though arguing. Holy, that's
surely
2
just
hours.
a friendly debate.
I
yeah,
don't.
man.
I think that's beyond a friendly debate, mate. If
I
it's
will
2
say- I
hours
will
of just
say,
playing.
it was when I was in high school, right? They actually assigned me and a couple of my mates off for a debating team because the school wanted one, and they're like they wanted a junior one. They already had a senior one.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, hey, we'll send you out to the middle of Brisbane for the day, and you'll experience this whole thing on debating. We sat down in this huge auditorium, and my mate interrupted this big speech. And they're just like, yeah, we don't really take questions, but what's up? And he's like, yeah, when's lunch? And we just, I think we were like the youngest, we were the youngest people there, and for some reason, no one else wanted to, or like, I guess they wanted to get younger debaters interested, but we were the only school at the time that I think were doing it. And at the end of the day, we didn't even end. We went to that a field trip of sorts, the 5 of us. And we fucked around for a little bit at school, just doing some basic prep work and talking about different subjects and stuff. And we never even actually had a proper debate.
Wow.
It never turned out. I was like, it was months of just preparation and planning for nothing. And I was like, oh my god. Let's debate
Well, at
deadlifts.
least-
So I've just,
at least
I've just,
that's not happening here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, I feel so much better that not only with the progress the team's making, but just the fact that we finally have a good lineup of players, and that everyone gets along. I don't think anyone's had an issue with each other so far. There's been no spats or
yeah, definitely. There's,
all love, man. It's great.
It does help when you're winning.
yeah.
I'll say that.
I mean, like,
Yeah, that's
some of
fair,
the
that's
teams
fair.
that are losing are doing alright as well. They're like
Uh,
not arguing, which is really, really good.
There was actually very sus. I do know that we won a game that we probably should have lost. Sharkky had a bad flash, I think, the other day, and he died, and we're like, oh no! I'm like, we're gone, we've lost, and we actually, man, they didn't end for some reason, and we brought it back, and we go, look at that, you've been given a second chance, and it was just off him dying. That I'm like, oh no, they're just gonna walk into our base and win.
Oh man.
But yeah.
Do you? All right. We're getting to the point where we have to close the podcast. But is there any particular player that you guys individually think is underperforming? That's rostered at the moment. Who do you guys reckon? Is there anyone?
I would just say that the sample size is probably too small to
A
tell.
little too small.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Thank you,
I'd say that Amogus would probably have to step up, at least in terms of seriousness. He was interviewed about his Critlaf build and whatnot. He's been labeled most entertaining player, but you know, if this is meant to be a competitive setting, then
Yeah, it's not
you know,
enough.
players are here. Yeah, exactly right. Players are here to be challenged and improve. And other than that, you know, yeah, sample size is pretty small.
Are they 0-2 at the moment? I think they're 0-2, right? J Dragon. So
they lost to us and they lost to Starcasters. Yeah, so
yeah.
they're 0-2.
Oh man, it's a rough start.
Yeah.
It is rough. It's definitely rough for them.
But they did beat Cavalry in an exhibition match on stream, best of
Yeah.
3. So that, but like Cavalry just threw that. I swear they need we need to check people's PayPal or something.
Yeah, they were a pretty sus game.
That was
they were
there.
definitely sus.
Really?
Game 2 and Game
Really?
3 was really sus, dude. It was like
Yeah.
10 to 1 or something, and then suddenly they lose. I was like, ooh.
Who?
Yeah.
What did they? Was it the same? Was it with Aerodynamic?
Yeah, with Arrow, yeah. Arrow mid. Yeah, so
Yeah, there was a,
Okay,
there was
I
a
think-
Silas.
Yeah, I think I think Mickey and Golden features together are really great. Already probably on par in terms of ADC skill. I only put Seeker lower because Seeker kind of plays a bit of everything, and because of that, I don't think he has the macro for support yet.
yeah, I mean he's off roll,
yeah.
so he's
Yeah, yeah.
slowly getting into I
So
guess, support.
yeah, no, them beating Cavalry is very surprising.
Yeah, I agree.
But no, Worgen. I think Worgen's fine. Kasumi, I think needs to stay off. I think he just needs to get the hell off of the what's his name?
Akshan.
Akshan
Yeah,
play.
I can't think of his name for some reason. Yeah, Kasumi needs to get off Akshan for 5v5 play.
But yeah,
And Blazon probably. I heard a lot of words being said about him wanting to build that item on Zac. Like people are Radiant Virtue on Diana.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
no,
were
that
hating
was
on.
Not a lot
bad.
of people were happy with that.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
Yeah.
a bad play. That one.
I think people were
Um,
asking him to go at full AP or Jackshaw. I think there's a lot of
So,
criticism.
Yeah, so I think obviously that's a lot of that will most likely come down to the coach pointing those sorts of things out, and them obviously having a chat between each other. But you know it's still very early, and everyone has room to improve. I know for at least myself, I've been really out of sorts the past week or two, both in solo queue and in like 20 play and stuff. I just haven't felt like I've been playing the best I could be personally playing, but I'm just kind of trying to, yeah, I guess like work on myself a little bit, just keep that mental strong, because it hasn't been super great. But as long as I perform the best I can on the day, then you know that's all that matters. And if I'm not throwing the game, then I'm happy.
Yeah, for sure. I think we do need to close out the podcast, so as we're above an hour, we always say that we need to try to aim for 35 minutes, so about 45 minutes. But like I said, we always end up doubling that time. But do you guys have any stream shout outs? You guys want to shout out your social media?
No?
No.
Yeah, I got
You
I
go.
got a YouTube. Same username, same as my in-game code 936. Have updated some full gameplay with comms of the team every now and then. Just some highlights, goodies that make me actually feel like I'm good at the game sometimes. So.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah, Sharkky.
Yeah, big shout out to my man, Homebrand Hero. Without him, I'd still be like a silver pleb. So he's taken me a long way.
There you
Shout out to
go.
him.
That's really, really good to hear. Yeah, for you guys that don't have the MCOM Discord, you guys can join MCOM there on the Twitch chat. But thank you so much for having us, and we'll catch you all on Wednesday for a potential exhibition match, or maybe another podcast with another roster. See you guys then.
Thanks for having us.
See you later, guys.
See ya.
Thank you very much for having us, Rosie.
Goodbye.